The line was crossed in my kitchen. She stood where my wife used to stand, fingers drumming on the marble I'd paid off after she left. No apology, no hesitation, just entitlement served cold. "I need you," she said. Silence stretched. The refrigerator hummed. Somewhere outside, a car door slammed. Ordinary sounds, unaware of the gravity inside that room. I didn't answer. I watched her eyes search my face for the man I used to be. She didn't find him. That was the moment. The exact second respect died for good. The house smelled like lemon cleaner and fresh coffee. Order, control, everything in its place. I had built it that way after she walked out with a suitcase and a promise that she deserved more. She wore exhaustion like a second skin now. Cheaper clothes, hair pulled back without care. The confidence that once cut me had dulled, chipped away by something heavier than regret. Behind her words sat an expectation that I would step back into my old role. Provider, fixer, safety net. The room felt smaller with her in it, like the walls remembered. She glanced around, taking inventory, the quiet success, the absence of chaos, the proof that I hadn't collapsed without her. That made her uncomfortable. Good. The betrayal hadn't been dramatic. No screaming, no flying plates. It was worse. She introduced him to me at a company dinner. Her hand rested on his arm for half a second too long. A pause, a glance, a smile she hadn't given me in years. Everyone noticed and pretended not to. Later that night, she told me she was leaving. Calm, rational, almost bored. "He understands me," she said. "You're predictable." Around us, friends avoided eye contact. Someone coughed. Someone else stared into their drink like it held answers. I nodded, signed the papers, and let her go. I didn't beg. That confused her. Inside, something fractured quietly. Not shattered, fractured. A clean break. The kind that never heals the same. I watched them from a distance after that. Social media smiles. Vacations funded by the life we'd built together. Promotions he leveraged through connections I had opened. I said nothing. I worked. While they posted sunsets, I learned silence. While they spent, I consolidated. While they lived loudly, I disappeared strategically. Revenge doesn't rush. It waits. And I waited. When the accident happened, I read about it in a local article. A work site injury, spinal damage, sudden and permanent. He survived, barely. He couldn't return to work. He couldn't support the lifestyle she had grown accustomed to. Medical bills bled them dry. Friends faded. The smiles stopped posting. I didn't celebrate. I took note. I knew the clock had started ticking the moment the income stopped flowing. She had always followed comfort. Loyalty was conditional. Months later, she called. I let it ring. She called again. I let it ring again. The third time, I answered. Her voice trembled with practiced vulnerability. She spoke about stress, about being scared, about how we had history. She never said sorry. She asked if she could come by. I told her when I'd be home. Preparation isn't cruelty. It's discipline. She sat across from me, hands folded, eyes scanning for leverage. He needs help, she said. I can't do this alone. I waited. You're stable. You're capable, she added. There it was, the implication that my success existed for her convenience. I stood, poured myself a cup of coffee, and let the second stretch until her discomfort became visible. Then I spoke. No. One word. Calm and clean. She blinked, confused, as if the concept didn't compute. You owe me, she said softly, testing. I smiled for the first time. That's when the real lesson began. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't insult her. I laid out facts, the divorce agreement, the boundaries, the choices she had made with full awareness. I reminded her gently that she had walked away from responsibility when it suited her, that she had chosen him, his future, his risk, and that I had rebuilt my life without her. Each sentence stripped something from her, assumption by assumption, expectation by expectation. Her breathing quickened. "This isn't who you are," she whispered. I leaned forward. "This is exactly who I am now." She tried other angles, guilt, memory, tears. I let them fall, unused, between us. I told her I would not fund their life, would not provide care, and would not step into a role she had abandoned the moment it bored her. I offered one thing only: information, contacts, resources. No money, no shelter, no emotional labor. Her face hardened. Panic surfaced. "You're punishing me," she said. I shook my head. "I'm declining. There's a difference." She didn't like it. Weeks passed. She called again, then emailed, then showed up unannounced. Each time, my answer remained unchanged. The systems I had quietly put in place, legal, financial, social, became closed doors she had assumed would open for her. Friends she expected to intervene stayed silent. They remembered the dinner, the arm, the smile. Hospitals asked for insurance details she didn't have. Bills stacked up. Reality pressed down. I watched from a distance, not with joy, but with closure. The final confrontation happened in a parking lot outside my office. She looked smaller, stripped of illusion, raw. "I can't survive like this," she said. I met her eyes. "You already made sure of that," I replied. She searched my face for mercy, for weakness, for the man she had left behind. He was gone. "I hope you find the strength you need," I said, the way I had to. Then I walked away. No music, no dramatic pause, just the sound of my footsteps reclaiming ground she once thought she owned. Justice isn't loud. It doesn't need witnesses or applause. It arrives quietly, dressed as consequence. She learned that love without respect is temporary. That abandonment echoes. That not every door reopens just because you knock with desperation. I didn't ruin her life. I refused to save it. And in that refusal, I finally saved my own.